I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for our main event of the evening. 10 rounds of heavyweight action, and now the time has come. All the talk, now comes the walk. Muhammad Ali's self-confidence seems to just come through with each step he takes down to the ring. Vladimir Klitschko's not giving us much indication of what kind of fight we're going to see based on this ring walk.
Introducing first, in the blue corner, fighting out of Louisville, the greatest of all time, Muhammed. His professional record stands at 55 wins, including 49 big knockouts and only 3 defeats. Vladmir, Dr. Steel Hammer Klitschko.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
Opening 3 minutes of this 10-round fight. Effective work with that flush overhand right. Ali facing Vladimir Klitschko here. Is there anything that we can take away from previous Ali triumphs that can be applied here against Vladimir Klitschko?
Oh, of course, it's the speed. He's going to want to impose the speed. You hear about imposing your will, imposing your skill, but imposing your speed. He's going to want to get into a place where he can use those quick hands.
Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. And he engages in the clinch. Good right hand. Gets rid of that body shot. Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. Ali's really in position to control things in this fight if he can do what he did just there, and that's land a good solid jab. Took a shot, now he gives a left. 90 seconds to go here in this round. What does the jab offer him here?
Victory.
It's as simple as that.
It sure is.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Vladimir Klitschko. Unable to get to Ali. Ali blocked it. Will you look at this? Look at this pace that these two are fighting at so early in the fight. Teddy, each man must have been determined to think they can get the other one out of here early.
Yeah, I want to see who blinks first, though. That's what's interesting to me. Who changes? They can't both keep this up.
Vladimir Klitschko's defense penetrated by a well-targeted uppercut. Takes one, but gets one. Good work by Muhammad Ali. Good-looking uppercut that time. So they close out that round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, I know you watch very very closely how these trainers go about their business. You were under the tutelage of one of the true legends of the game, the great Customato.
Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate. Quite honestly, those opportunities, situations probably don't exist anymore because we've lost a lot of those, really great trainers and managers that boxing was their whole life. I spent 7 years with Customato, and they learned the nuts and bolts from a physical, technical point of view of what's important to give to a fighter, but the psychological part. To understand the pressures that a fighter is under, the fears that a fighter deals with. And if you don't understand that, all the other things don't mean anything, because you have to understand how a fighter's feeling to understand why he's behaving or not behaving a certain way.
Job with the left hand. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Vladmir Klitschko. What kind of a right hand is it that Vladmir Klitschko throws? Is it that impactful one that can be a piercing, striking shot, or is it a thudding right hand?
I think it's a 38 caliber. It's not a 44. It's a 38. It has speed with it. It's straight, and it's effective.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Vladmir Klitschko.
Watch the hook.
Right hand over the top, very accurate with it. Muhammad Ali's left, working well that time. Good block by Ali. Halfway through round number 2. Ali's way off the mark. That punch didn't have a chance. Protecting his head well with his guard. A nice clean jab by Muhammad Ali. Vladmir Klitschko's almost out of it there. He was stunned. Clearly hurt, but holding on.
He's hugging him like he just got home for Christmas.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Blocks the headshot.
Hey, you gotta see that coming. Now let's go.
Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Vladmir Klitschko has shown that he is a complete, well-rounded boxer puncher. I mean, just look at his combination punching alone, Teddy.
Yeah, and the key there is the jab. I mean, he uses that jab to set everything up. Sometimes he paws with it a little bit, but he's always keeping you busy. And most important, he's always controlling range until it's time to drop the hammer, the right hand.
You're fighting his fight. You're fighting on the inside with this guy. I want you to use the ring and keep the distance. Keep circling. Don't stand in front of him.
Vladmir Klitschko's opponent is not seeing the damaged goods he was opposite of in the last round. This is a different fighter starting this round right here. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. One, two jabs up top.
Get your hands up!
He got all into that one. That was a solid uppercut. Three rounds in the books here, a chance to look at Teddy's scorecard. Vladimir Klitschko's got to find that one thing that will separate him from his opponents so far, because it's an even fight.
And I think that one thing is the jab, because on the outside, just a little bit too often, they're both playing the game a little bit like, you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. If somebody just decides to use the jab in those dead spots, they're going to separate themselves.
Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there's some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Muhammad Ali. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Muhammad Ali. Halfway through this round, you see the accuracy now with that double jab up top. That's an intense jab right there by Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko has every tool on the tool belt. Now, you see what happens when he utilizes one of them, the left hand. Vladimir Klitschko's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. And just grabbing onto his opponent. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Ali's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch.
Doing great.
Fourth round now with his last 10 seconds. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. And round 4 comes to an end. Vladimir Klitschko's, well, he's back in the corner, which is critical in terms of trying to stop the bleeding on that cut. But it's also critical because they need to put forth a new defensive game plan.
Yeah, they have to make sure that they buy some time here and start moving their head, using their legs, tying up a little bit, doing anything to kill the clock and not get caught on that cut anymore.
I want you to slug it out for this guy, all right? Keep your range. Jab, jab, right, okay? Don't doubt yourself. You're still with this one.
And we are back underway. Another round in a fight that's been very entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way.
Side to side. Relax, relax.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Pace yourself.
All that size, all that leverage, and that pure athleticism of Vladimir Klitschko, and it comes in the form of the left hand that time. Vladimir Klitschko's doing exactly what we expected him to do. He laid out the game plan. I want to win it on the outside. The jab's been there all night.
Yeah, well, that's where it starts if you want to win it on the outside. You know, you're not going to do it with your feet. This is not kickboxing. You know, you're going to do it with your jab. And that's exactly, it's boxing 101. Control range, control distance, control the jab.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Muhammad Ali. And now he's targeting upstairs.
Pace yourself.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Vladimir Klitschko is a well-rounded fighter, and right now Vladimir is showing you what he can do defensively. Very sound, keeping those arms up and blocking well. Vladimir Klitschko's defense is paying off now. Distance, such a key factor always, Teddy, when it comes to defense. With his good foot movement, he's been keeping that distance. His opponent, how does he close that gap properly?
Well, first of all, he's got to use his jab to close it because he's getting picked off coming in. He's getting pot shotted. So he's got to have something coming at his opponent that keeps him distracted. Use that jab. Now, don't use it conventionally, Joe. You're jabbing at the head, you're not finding nothing. You're just finding space. So jab a little lower. Drop the sights a little bit. Jab at his chest. just so you touch something, and then you can work your way in. You can start to find them a little.
You're ready. Jab, jab, right. Okay? You need to move your head more, okay? Side to side. Lean to the side. Boom.
Here we are getting ready for the second half of this fight as we've reached the 6th round.
Come on, kid. Focus.
Oh, good exchange there.
Keep working the body.
More punches.
Come on, kid. Focus.
Vladimir Klitschko's doing something that not everybody appreciates, but he is making his defense a major factor in this fight.
Yeah, well, a lot of times people, you know, they only get it done on one end. What I mean about that is, you know, offensively, they use their jab, they use aggression to set up the offense, but he uses defense to set up the offense. He has a double-edged sword.
Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Nice strike after catching one by Vladimir Klitschko.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
You got this one.
Work the body, kid. Body shots.
Vladimir Klitschko's putting forth a great combination there. Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the 6th. End of the round is upon us, and we have a fighter in front of us who just looks gassed. He looks tired. Now, Teddy, what can he do to overcome that when this fight starts back up?
Well, first of all, this is where you search into those corners that you're not forced to search. Kind of like when you were a kid and your mother told you to clean your room and go into those little nooks and crannies where you never knew there was dirt. Now you got to start looking into nooks and crannies inside yourself. Places you didn't know were there before. You better find them. You better find them quick.
Here we go. Action to start the 7th round. Ali's got to find an answer for this because his accuracy has been well off the mark. I like the fact he's willing to throw, but he needs to land more.
Yeah, he needs to calm down and think more.
Left and right. Left and right.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Nice 1-2 by Muhammad Ali.
Back to the body. In and out. In and out.
Halfway through the 7th round.
Relax, relax.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Vladimir Klitschko's keeping
I don't want you to slug it out with this guy, all right?
No turning back now. 10th round is upon us. Last round of the fight.
Relax. Relax. Take a deep breaths. You're doing fine.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. The judges have put down their scores as we come to the end of a very exciting back and forth fight. Let's send it up to the ring announcer to hear which way it goes. Vladimir Klitschko's work